prep's on. All right. This out of the way. Step. There we go. Hello. Couple minutes early. So we're doing the 15-hour potatoes. That's what's here. And then I got a fillet of whitefish. We're going to cook that up as well. Good little bit of cooking to do. I started preparing these last night because, 15 hours. So what I'm gonna do is get this on. We get up to 325 degrees. I'm gonna leave it covered for now. It is a vented lid, so get the potatoes out and get them all set up to go. This off. Let you get a look at this potato here. All right. This is what we're working with. Well, I'll let you guys see too, I guess. Oh, you know what I don't have on? Let me go here real quick. Well, I guess I don't know where it's at, so we're not going to worry about it. I'll fix it later. Okay, so these are going to be a little difficult to get out, but not impossible. The amount of fat in here and being pressed down, there's going to be a little bit of connection, but use a butter knife here. Slowly work it down on all the sides. Nice and easy. All we're doing is creating a gap along all the sides so we can get the potatoes to pop out. A little bit of air flow out here. Let's see. I think so. And we just... Oh, they popped, but they didn't come out. There we go. Corners are still a little stuck, but we're good. We got this. There we go. Our potatoes. Yeah? Well, you can't see any cooking from up here, though. So, I mean, you can see a lot of prep, but you can't even really see the burner all the way over here. We're going to take this off nice and gently. And this mass here is 6 medium-sized potatoes that were sliced thin. I mean, you can actually see like the line of the potato. I know I didn't show this camera. So if you look, you can actually see the layers of potato through here. And then, I can't really tip it up, but there you can actually make out the potato slices that were laid out in the dish. Put this over here. The oil is heating up nicely. It's already starting to bubble up. Oh, see, and I forgot the metal slotted spoon for the deep fryer. Even after I reminded myself to grab it. Slotted metal spoon for frying. Hello. And then we have our cutter. This is just a biscuit cutter. Let's see here, it's just too short to do this all the way, but it'll go through and I'll just pull up. Now normally you would cut these edges straight off and make them into fancy little cubes, but I want something a little bit more I want to be different. There you go. And we're going to make 4 of these, and then I'm going to put the rest back in the pan. Nice and gently. Just press down. And then... up. There we go. Whoa, there's a lot of fat here, making things a little slick. You may see there. Press this out. One more. We'll make 2 plates this evening. So, 2 per plate. It might be a little much. It might not be. These are going to be super decadent. So, but it is only 4-ounce fillets of fish. So, we're working on that as well. The smaller portion of fish. Make sure. Okay. I'm going to put this pan right back over here. I'm going to take these and I'm going to set them right over here. So I can get these. We're done with that. Put it back over here. Just take this paper slightly towards the edge. Flip her back in. There we go. Our potatoes are back put away. And then those just get covered and put back in the oven, or in the fridge, for another use. I'll slice them up and freeze them and save them for later. The oil is almost heated up all the way. We're going to get the fish taken care of real quick. Like I said, this is basically 8 ounce of whitefish, skin on fillet. Out of here. That makes me think. Let's see. I hope they did. Oh yeah, they did. It was just one. Yeah, see right here at the bottom. You kind of see this little speckled here. A little bit of scale that didn't come off. There was some in the paper. You always want to check your fish. The good news is I'm not cooking that part. You can see here, it's kind of ugly. So we're going to cut that off anyway. There's another one of those scales. That was on there. Yeah, y'all can see too. Scale. There's some more. Make sure we get them all off here. Don't want any scales on your fish. It's just like checking it for pin bones if you got a fish that'll have pin bones in it. I'm going to take this edge off. We'll keep that for later. And then I'm just going to take this right down, and I'm going to go even with this center line here, and I'm just going to run this right down so I can have what will be symmetrical sides on my fillet. Now I'm not throwing this out. This will get put into a Ziploc bag or an airtight container, and it will end up being for a seafood stock or a fish stock. See here, those scales. And make sure you get all those off there. Nobody wants to eat them. It's like eating a bone. You don't want that. Okay. And now this side is a little bit fatter. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to go half, which is right here, and then I'm just going to go over here, just a hair, basically where this nodule, little bump is in the fish. Kind of see it from that angle, but not really. So I have what will equate to between 3 and 4 ounce fillets. 2 of them. Now I'm going to take them both back over onto the skin side, and I want to score this skin. Super light. I don't want to go all the way through the fish. Basically, you're just letting the knife do the work. And when you do this, it gives a place for the moisture to escape. Sorry about that. Those of you watching on my phone, forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. So what we end up with is little slits that just go into the fish. It allows the moisture to escape from the skin when we flip it over and cook the underside and while the fish is resting. So the skin doesn't get soggy. Last one there. Oh, my towel fell. Now, wipe here real quick. Don't want any fish on my lemon, but I do need the knife still. So, little quick wipe. Set that back over here. That in there. The towel. Oh, well, we need to do this real quick before we do. Don't want to forget. So we're going to salt just the flesh side. We don't want to salt the skin side. And then we're going to leave it flesh side down. I'm going to set this over here. That's going to stay right there. Put the salt over here. Alright. So the oil is heated up now. Go here real quick. For those of you watching on Twitch and YouTube, y'all will get to see a better view of the cook. Those of you on TikTok, let's see what we can do for you here. We can go up a little. There you go. You're not going to be able to see in it though, so you want to see that? The links are in my bio. Please join me over there. Alright. I'm going to turn the oil down just a hair. And we're going to cook one of these at a time because I don't know how they're going to act and I don't want to do that. I think I have too much oil in here. By a little bit. So let's set this here. Let me grab another pan real quick so I can pour some of this oil into it. Okay. Turn that off because it will start beeping. Just a small bit of this oil. Yep, there we go. Wipe this edge off. Now this oil is 325 degrees, so yeah, if you do something stupid like I did, make sure you are very careful when you do that. And we're going to set this over here on a burner, let it cool down. There we go. All right. And now, oh, stuck to my spoon a little. Probably not what I wanted. Grab his butter knife real quick here. The detriments of live cooking, folks. When you do stuff, you know, you gotta roll with it. There we go. That's great. Ow. There we go. All right. That one's rocking and rolling. And then we have our pan. We're going to bring over here with a rack. Salt, because that's all we're going to dress these with for right now. And we don't want to overcook them. We just want a nice golden brown just like that. Yeah. Beautiful golden brown on that. Right as it comes out, we're going to hit it with a little bit of the salt. This spoon is smoking hot. It was just in oil. When I put this potato on, it's going to sizzle. And those of you with the on the boom mic got to hear it. Alrighty, so potatoes are cooking nicely. You set that right there. And now the fish is actually drawing some moisture out of the flesh side. And I'm going to use towel and I'm going to pat the skin dry before I put it in the pan. A little bit of oil in the pan. Nothing more. Almost there. So we want a nice golden brown on the whole thing. If I had more than one burner, this would probably be a quicker video, but I do not. Look at those beautiful layers. You can see all the pieces of potato. Go here. This one. A little bit of salt. Next potato down in the fryer. Get in the middle. There you go. Now those of you that don't know, these are called the 15-hour potatoes. It's a modern rendition of what would be called the 1,000 layer potato. I don't remember the name, but she's a creator on TikTok, and that's where this recipe came from. If you search 15-hour potato of TikTok or on TikTok, you will find it there, and you'll be able to see exactly the whole process. This is just the end. It's already been prepped and prepared and sliced and cooked and pressed, and yeah, that's why it's a 15-hour potato. This is just to crisp up the outside and heat them through. Let's see here where we're at with this one. Oh yeah, perfect. That oil drain off a little. This one here. Another potato. A little fresh salt. There we go. Right back into the center. Yes. Alright, so our last potato is in. As soon as this is done, I'm going to put the wipe this off because there's a lot of splatter of oil. So we'll wipe it off, put the cast iron on with a little bit of the hot oil, let it get heated through, and we're going to start on our fish. As soon as the fish are done, we'll start plating everything up. The fish have to rest for just a minute. And we'll get to plating, go through. I have a pea puree I'm going to be putting on, fresh parsley, chive. I'm going to do a lemon and caper sauce with a little bit of butter to finish the fish, to garnish the plate with the fish. You don't want to put anything on top of the crispy skin. If you do, then you end up with soggy skin. And that defeats the entire purpose of spending that 7 to 8 minutes making crispy skin. These are very warm, but I need that spot. See what we got here. Yeah. Oh, thunderstorm rolling in. What do y'all think of that? Beautiful crispy edges. Right down on here. This goes here. We're going to turn that off. Put this with the salt. We're going to spin this around so I can actually get it this side of the pan. Alright. Well, thank you for following. Oh, well, it's Joe. Welcome, Joe. Let me move this over here to the stove where it's out of the way so nobody gets burnt. We're going to say this, nobody as in me. I don't want to get burnt with hot oil. It's hot. I'm going to wipe off this excess oil here. My cast iron. Let me go put a spoonful of oil in this. That's all we have, just that tablespoon of oil. We don't want too much. I'll rock that up to 300 here real quick. While that heats up, I'm gonna clean up this here. Oops. Dropped my little napkin on the floor. Spatula. Alright. I mean, it's going, man. Oh, the cook cam's on. Let's go back over here to the prep cam. Alright. So, just a regular paper towel, napkin, whatnot, and we're just going to go through and pull off as much moisture off the skin as we can. Lightly tapping. We're not going to press down because we don't want to crush the fish. But we want it nice and dry so when it hits the oil it doesn't pop and splatter. And we end up with a nice crispy skin. Bit by bit. Oil's starting to heat up already. Cast iron, nice, a lot of nice heat in there. You want it to get just hot enough where you start to get a little wisp of smoke off the actual pan. And then when you place your fish in the pan, you want to face it and drop it away from you so that if it does splatter or when it splatters away, it doesn't splatter towards. So everybody doesn't get burnt. Everybody being today is me. Okay, we're going to go back to the cook cam here. Now you can see a little bit of smoke coming off there. That's what we want. So we're going to take our fish right on the edge and lay it right away from ourselves. Now we're not going to touch these. If we touch these, if we rock the pan, if we slide them too hard, that skin will come off the fish. And then we will end up with no skin. Now I am going to roll this just a hair to make sure the oil gets all the way around those edges. But other than that, don't touch. We're going to move this fish out of the way. Grab a couple of plates. We're going to be plating on a simple plate today. Simple round plates. Apparently the heater in my dishwasher is really doing its job well. Now for those of you watching on Twitch and YouTube, you can start to see how the edges of it are starting to turn opaque. Yeah, opaque. Opaque. Yeah. Let's adjust this real quick here. Wow. Now you can start to see a little bit, huh? Yeah, that was washed out quite a bit, man. Jeez. There we go. There you go. Now you can see the edges are starting to turn opaque. White, basically. When we get about 2/3 of the way up the fish, that's where we're going to kill the heat, put the fish over. We're going to give them about 60 seconds to a minute and a half on the flesh side, and then we're going to put them over on the rack. Now you're going to want to touch these. You're going to be like, you're going to smell that skin, and you're going to think it's burning. But it's not burning, it's crisping, and you want that effect. Guilty of what, Sherry? Alright, so we're almost there. We're going to do a little bit of this. The fish is almost ready to flip. I'll show y'all on TikTok here. Take a vegetable peeler and a lemon, and we're just gonna take that nice and easy, rock it back and forth, and we're gonna just take this bit of zest, and look at that right there. Very little white, whole bunch of fresh lemon zest. That's gonna go right on our fish for plating. All right, so we are there. We are 2/3 through. Where's my towel at so I can hold this pan so it doesn't slide? I'm gonna take my spatula in nice and easy. See, no sticking, no skin left over. And we're just gonna rock that right over. Look at that beautiful color on that skin. Same thing on this one. We want to get underneath it. If you're not under the skin, it will pull off. So you want to make sure you get your spatula underneath there and slide all the way across. And then we're going to flip her right, oh, see, right there is what I was talking about. I hooked the skin. Thankfully, I just caught the corner, so it is salvageable. All right, we're going to kill the power. $60 to 90 seconds right there. We're gonna go back over here to the prep cam for y'all. So you can see this lemon zest trick. You just got a lemon, just take your vegetable peeler, kind of rock it back and forth a little, not too much pressure. You just want to take that outer layer off. And then you end up with very little white, whole bunch of yellow. We're going to save that for plating. We're going to twist it as a little garnish. A little bit of extra on top there. I need this lemon for the sauce. So I use 1/2 of this for the sauce, and then you don't serve fish without lemon, so we're going to do some nice little thins, wedges here. Do 2 for each plate. You don't want to put it on top because, once again, soggy skin. And we'll reserve that to go in the sauce as well. And then we have our thin wedges of lemon. Okay. Now the fish is done. It's a nice crust on the bottom side. Beautiful. Let me get this other one out real quick so I don't overcook my fish. And we'll go right here. Alright. Don't want overcooked fish. And then you can hear. That is the spatula scraping over the skin of the fish. That is how crispy that skin is. Alright. Now that is, the pan is still hot. It's not screaming hot, but it's still hot. What we want is about a teaspoon of caper. We don't want a lot because we're just going to use this to garnish a little bit on the plate. We don't need that anymore. My lemon right into my juicer, so I don't have to worry about losing any seeds, and I get, as well, hopefully, if it'll go in there, there it goes, and get all this juice out. Get all the juice from the lemon out of here, and then rid of this and the seeds. And we're just going to squeeze this one over. I'm still using the strainer to make sure all the seeds stay out of my pan. Okay. spoon, and we need just a little touch of butter. We're talking like half a teaspoon for this little bit of sauce. And what we're going to do is we're going to smash the capers. Oh, wow. Y'all are, yeah. That's my bad, folks. Sorry. There we go. So you got our capers. We're going to smash those and let the residual heat melt the butter. So we want alright. Heat is just barely too low, so I'm going to blast this for just a moment. I want it just to come up to a bubble. But we don't want to break the butter. So, well, obviously, it doesn't heat up all evenly, of course not. And then we're going to kill that heat. And I didn't bring an extra spoon. You always got to taste. And I didn't taste. I'm a horrible, horrible person. And make sure we're on. Oh yeah. Nice and briny and lemony. It's perfect. So I'm gonna take this. We're gonna set it right over here. Wipe this off. It's still warm. I'm gonna set that up there to heat up a little. My knife out of the way. Okay. I don't know why I set the knife down there. I picked it up for a reason. So do some chive real quick. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I mean, you know, finely sliced chive. Yeah. We're going to use on the potatoes, because you know onion goes great with potato. Right? Okay. Towel. My pan here, which is still screaming hot. See that sauce is thickening up a little bit? See that here? It's just starting to solidify. The fat from the butter. Oh. It heated up too much. It just started to break. Now, it's just me, so I'm going to let it slide. But in a scenario that you were making this for someone else, you would have to remake this sauce. And we're just going to put a little bit of this here. This is where the fish is going to go. Right down here. That out of the way. Move the towel so y'all can see. Take our fish. We're going to go here. You want your plates to look similar, so setting the fish right over that sauce. So when you get down in there and you taste that fish, you get that sauce right off the bottom. And then this lemon peel, we're just going to twist it, kind of mingle it up a little bit, so to give a little bit of lift, and it gives that essence of lemon. It'll give you that aroma, because this is just straight. I mean, you can, as I squeeze it, you can watch the lemon oil come out. And It is completely edible. It'll be bitter because it's lemon peel, but it's an edible garnish. You definitely want to keep it edible. My pea puree, which I did not make on camera, but it's super easy. What I'm going to do is here, right on the shallow end. This one too. And then we're just going to take our spoon right with the curvature of the plate, right around. This one has a little bit more on it, so just lay out a little bit more. Drag it into this. There you go. I'm going to take our potatoes right at the end of this pea puree, just in here. Same thing on this plate. Okay. Now for the potatoes, like I said, a little sliced chive right on top. We don't want to get too much on the plate. This is for the potato. And I stuck my finger in pea puree. A little bit of chive right on here. This is just garnish and it adds that little hint of onion. I did put garlic in these, so they do have a nice garlic and fat flavor with them. And then we have some fresh parsley right on top of our fish and our lemon zest. And this one can go everywhere. It's parsley. It doesn't add a whole lot of flavor, but it does add some flavor. And then we're going to take our 2 slices of lemon, and we're just going to kind of stagger them over here on the back side of the fish behind the potatoes. Because you want them there, but they don't need to be super present. This is because you don't serve fish without lemon. Oh, my towel, so we can clean up this edge because there's a mess. Get that on. There we go. Alrighty, so TikTok folks, there is crispy skin whitefish, 10-hour potatoes, pea puree, garnished, ready to eat. See if we can get you the whole plate there. Go ahead and salivate. And then for those of you on the other ones, we will go here and adjust this camera just for you, so you can appreciate that plate right there. Who's hungry? Huh? Does it say? Oh, on your way, keep it warm. Well, this is mine, and that is Bree's. So, I mean, if you want to fight her, that's fine. You can fight her for her plate. And let me say here, because, you know, I made it. This is what we're going to call the chef's privilege, where I'm going to sit here and eat it in front of y'all. Just so you know. Yeah. So, start with these potatoes. Probably should have grabbed a knife. Oh look, here's a knife. It's a knife that had butter on it, but let's see. Just a little bit off here. Mm. Yeah. You see all those beautiful layers. You see all those beautiful layers in that potato. Mm. That's incredible. A little bit of lemon on my fish. Skin is perfectly crisp. Hmm. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nice sheen to it. A little bit of gloss in the fish. Perfect even color all the way around. Mm. And that caper lemon sauce underneath, it just wakes it right up. Hmm. I've already had the pea puree. Creamy, buttery, little salt, a little bit of pepper. Really clean pea flavor. So what we'll do here is, because everything should work together, so we'll get a little piece of fish. We'll get some of the potato, which has a little bit of garlic to it. Chive, give a little bit of onion flavor. Some of the pea, you know, the whole bit. Everything in one bite. Your plate should work just like this. If your dish doesn't taste good completely together, you need to rethink your dish. Hmm. I can't even describe it to you. You're right. That is eating. Nothing in here was super difficult to make. None of the techniques are super hard. A little bit of practice and some patience, and everyone here can make this. The embellishments and the things to make it look fancy, that was just for y'all to see it. You eat with your eyes first. So when you make a dish for a restaurant, thank you for the likes. When you make a dish like this in a restaurant, you don't want to see something that's just tossed together. You want to see this dish. You want to see that come out to your table. It has brightness, it has color, it has texture, it has layers. You want to see that come out. You want it to catch your eyes. You want that aroma to overtake you. That's what you want when you go to a restaurant. This is just for me. But if you went to a restaurant, you'd want these two plates together to look almost alike. Mm. Really? Huh. Well, you're welcome to leave. I mean, ain't nobody making you stay here. Looking at my plate of delicious food. Because you don't like the idea of the color of the pea puree, I guess. Hmm. Now you will have to make sure that you eat the fish fairly soon. As it sits, the skin will start to lose its crispness just from moisture. It's just like with your fried chicken and things like that. That's why you leave them sit in the oven, so it keeps them warm, prevents the moisture from soaking into the crust. You can't do that with fish, especially a fish this light, because it'll overcook and you'll end up with dry fish. So prepare everything else. Keep everything else warm in the oven, on hot plates, however you do. Then, last thing, prepare your fish right before you eat. Good to go. Come on with that baby shit right there. Someone on TikTok was unhappy about the pea puree. They thought it looked like poo. It's fantastic. You know, oh, that's where I pulled the skin off. With the spatula. I need to make this bigger. There we go. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. What was their name? I had to look at the phone. You know, because I have a phone of my actual thing. And now the screen is fading. Here we go. Oh, yeah. One smart dude who apparently isn't that smart. I figure if he was smart, he would have asked what it was before insulting it. Or why it looked like it did. It's all good. I got the sneaking suspicion that it's probably someone who doesn't eat vegetables on a regular basis. Maybe thinks that corn is a vegetable. See, and this is why I made two. So Bree gets one, but I get to sit here and eat it, and then I don't feel bad about the fact that I didn't take a picture of it. I'm sure Heather would point that out for me. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, no, I want all this pea puree. Mm-hmm. That was fucking incredible. I'm over here having mouth gasms, people. Mm. Mm-hmm. I can't even describe how good that is. Oh. Okay. Now my sauce is starting to run out of this one. So, because I need it for a picture, I'm just gonna clean that little bit up. Nah, some of the sauce is running towards the back. I'm fine with that. I just need a picture for the Instagram. Oh. Now I'm shooting video. A little bit of lemon on the back. And there we go. Alright, folks. It's been real and it's been fun. It actually was really fun. Mm. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, see, I messed something up on this. I adjusted my settings and now I can't see who's in chat. Oh, excuse me. And I can't see the chat. Which is not what I need in my life. This one? No. Oh, I bet it's this. Hold on here. I may have it figured out. Mm. There we go. I have fixed it. Oh, thank you, Joe. I couldn't see it before. Oh. Alrighty. Yes, 15-hour potatoes. Um, you take whole potatoes, you slice them thin, like almost potato chip thin or potato chip thin. You coat said potatoes in, depending on volume of potato. I use 6 medium-sized potatoes and about 3/8 of a cup of fat. The recipe calls for duck. I ended up using half chicken and then half clarified butter. So you toss those in there, and then you line a loaf pan with said potatoes, pressing down as you make them. Once you have them all stacked and pressed down, you put a piece of parchment over them. Well, you line the whole thing with parchment first. Important. Then you put them in the oven, covered at 250 degrees for 3 hours. Take them out, put another pan on top, put some cans to weight it down, or whatever you have that's heavy, even a brick, I guess. Put them in the fridge, 12 hours, let them cool completely. When they're done, they'll kind of look like that, minus the holes. And you cut out whatever shape you want. They recommend squares. I wanted round. So you cut everything out, and then you deep fry them at 325 degrees until the exterior is golden brown and delicious. A little bit of salt and bon appetit. A TikTok recipe, not mine. Still very good. Any questions, qualms, concerns, wants, worries? Anybody want to touch Sherry's butt? Goody goody. Is Joe still in there? Well, hello, Stacy. You missed the meal. Oh, Sherry. A friend. I just wanted to embarrass her a little. So, what do you think of the setup, Double D? I see that Joe likes it. I know Sherry likes it. Heather was into it. The good news, Stacy, is I am simulcasting this to Twitch and YouTube, and you can go to either one of those channels, and you'll be able to watch it here this evening. And my significant other is awake. It's time to feed her. Yes, she was napping. Such a rough life. She goes, she takes a nap, and then she gets to wake up and eat this food. I know it's early, but peas, puree. Those are the 15-hour potatoes. That's just lemon zest. And there's some caper lemon butter underneath the fish. Crispy skin. You don't have to eat the lemon peel, obviously. Do you want a knife to cut the potatoes? It's not necessary. Okay. All right. But yeah, Stacy, so as soon as I end the stream on the computer, which, here, we go up here. Yeah, see? We're streaming on the computer. On Twitch and the tube of you. Yes. Moving up in the world in the... Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to expand my viewer base by actually having some options for viewers. But we have cooked. We have consumed. I gotta clean, because ain't none of y'all gonna do it. So, as I do always, Is there any questions, qualms, concerns, wants, worries, things you just need to know before I end this live? I'm guessing that's a no. So, as always, smoke meat, not meth. Have a wonderful fucking night. Enjoy your Monday, I hope. And I'm going to press this little button.